Two Gentlemen of Verona. 1. As we drove through the foothills of the Alps, two small boys stopped us on the outskirts of Verona. 2. They were selling wild strawberries. Don't buy, warned Luigi, our cautious driver. You will get fruit much better in Verona. Besides, these boys 3, he shrugged his shoulders to convey his disapproval of their shabby appearance. 4. One boy had on a worn jersey and cut-off khaki pants, the other a shortened army tunic gathered in loose folds about his skinny frame. Yet, gazing at the two little figures, with their brown skins, tangled hair and dark earnest eyes, we felt ourselves strangely attracted. My companion spoke to the boys, discovered that they were brothers. Nicola, the elder, was 13, Jacopo, who barely came up to the door handle of the car, was nearly 12. We bought their biggest basket, then set off toward town. 5. Next morning, coming out of our hotel, we saw our friends bent over shoeshine boxes beside the fountain in the public square, doing a brisk business. 6. We watched for a few moments, then as trade slackened we went over. They greeted us with friendly faces. 7. I thought you picked fruit for a living, I said. 8. We do many things, sir, Nicola answered seriously. He glanced at us hopefully. Often we show visitors through the town, to Juliet's tomb, and other places of interest. 9. All right, I smiled. You take us along. 10. As we made the rounds, my interest was again provoked by their remarkable demeanor. They were childish enough, and in many ways quite artless. Jacopo was lively as a squirrel. Nicola's smile was steady and engaging. Yet in both these boyish faces there was a seriousness which was far beyond their years. 11. In the week which followed we saw them frequently, for they proved extremely useful to us. If we wanted a pack of American cigarettes, or seats for the opera or the name of a good restaurant, Nicola and Jacopo could be relied upon to satisfy our needs. 12. What struck one most was their willingness to work. During these summer days, under the hot sun, they shined shoes, sold fruit, hawked newspapers, conducted tourists round the town, and ran errands. 13. One night, we came upon them in the windy and deserted square, resting on the stone pavement beneath the lights. 14. Nicola sat upright, tired. A bundle of unsold newspapers lay at his feet. Jacopo, his head resting upon his brother's shoulder, was asleep. It was nearly midnight. 15. Why are you out so late, Nicola? 16. Waiting for the last bus from Padua. We shall sell all our papers when it comes in. 17. Must you work so hard? You both look rather tired. 18. We are not complaining, sir. 19. But next morning, when I went over to the fountain to have my shoes shined, I said, Nicola, the way you and Jacopo work, you must earn quite a bit. You spend nothing on clothes. You eat little enough. When I see you have a meal, it's usually black bread and figs. Tell me, what do you do with your money? 20. He colored deeply under his sunburn, then grew pale. He looked to the ground. 21. You must be saving up to emigrate to America, I suggested. He looked at me sideways, spoke with an effort. 22. We should greatly like to go to the States, but here, at present, we have other plans. 23. What plans? 24. He smiled uncomfortably. Just plans, sir, he answered in a low voice. 25. Well, I said, we're leaving on Monday. Is there anything I can do for you before we go? 26. Nicola shook his head. But suddenly Jacopo said, Sir, he burst out, every Sunday we make a visit to the country, to Polta, 30 kilometers from here. Usually we hire bicycles, but tomorrow, since you are so kind, you might send us in your car. 27. I had already told Luigi he might have the Sunday off. However, I answered, I'll drive you out myself. 28. There was a pause. Nicola was glaring at his young brother in vexation. We could not think of troubling you, sir. 29. It won't be any trouble. 30. He bit his lip. Then, in a rather put-out tone, he said, very well,